teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway. Knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look at Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it talk before the snow, we still gon' break holes. If you in the point fit, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth beats. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Bear down. Welcome to the Panda and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly with Bear. I think I see Grant in the background. You can see him having his messed up camera come on in for a second. How you guys feeling?
Happy that I'm back from school.
Congratulations on graduating. Barron is now graduated. He is now a college graduate. He's a grown up now, so he's done big things. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats are in order.
He did it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Hey, we're going to talk about some of the things with the Bears. We're going to talk about how rookie minicamp has been going. Some of the standout players that we've had, even the surprise retirement, Square White. We'll talk about all those things. We'll talk about the schedule release that's going to be scheduled to come out Thursday, the 14th. We should know where the Bears are playing, all this stuff. They're going to release all that stuff. Some of the opponents, Bears going to talk about all those things, and it's going to have a good time and talk about what the Bears need going forward, and will they find it in the house? I don't know. Are they going to find? I feel like it's. You ever see that Eddie Murphy talking about we can get McDonald's, and then she's like, I'm taking you home. You won't have one of those. We won't have a home burger, and he's like this big piece of meat in between two pieces of Wonder Bread, and all this. That's what the Bears are saying. They're saying we got defensive ends at home. We have edge rushers at home. So we out there, we want to go get something, some drive-through food, and they're like, no, we already got it. And we already paid Dayo Odebango, whatever. I don't say Odengo. Thank you. Question. I asked Baron this. This is only for you, Grant, because I already told Baron this.
Mm-hmm.
How many sacks has Dayo had in the last 18 games he's played, including the Chicago Bears and Indianapolis? In the last 18 games he's played, how many sacks has he had?
2.
What's the answer, Baron?
1.
He's had
one
sack.
And that was against Minnesota, wasn't it?
No, yeah, against Minnesota and also the Bears. In the last 18 games, he's had 1 sack. And we paid him 3 years, $48 million contract. And he's the one that we're hoping that we're going to change the pass rush. The Bears pass rush last year was 31st. Oof. And then a run stopping was 29th. Or 26, a 29% success rate.
Mm-hmm.
And we're hoping that we already have the guys in the house. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. What up, Alec? He says, well, look who we got in the building. What's up, guys? What's up, Alec? How you feeling, man? So, all that being said, hello there. What's up? All right. So let's just kind of get right into business. All right. So Bears minicamp is come and gone. We had some good things going on. We had bad things going on. We had some weird things happening. Do you have anything you want to talk about first before I run through it?
The main thing that I'm kind of, like you said, with the weird thing that's been going on is the release of Zy Frazier. That kind of caught me by surprise in regards to the way that they went about it. They asked Ben Johnson the question of, why was it? They said that they were expecting more from him.
Growth.
They're expecting growth from him, and they didn't see that growth to their standard, so they decided to release him. I would think he would at least last till after training camp or to preseason at least. But there must really been something really going on with him. for them
I
to
mean,
release.
there's a lot. There's a log jam at corner.
There
Tyreek
is.
Stevenson, Tyreek Stevenson, Tyreek Stevenson, and Lincoln Hammers down for playing time. You have Terrell Emmons coming back. You have Jalen Jones coming back. Yeah,
But I still think in that situation,
thank you.
um, I
Happy.
still think in that situation that you would want to have competition. You still want to see what you may have. Now, like I said, they may have seen it without the pads.
They're seven. They're 7 people deep, and they probably sent him home last year, expecting him to come in with his mind ready to go. And if it didn't happen, I mean, we weren't there. We don't know what actually happened. But if it didn't happen, possibly that's a problem.
Right.
Okay. All right. What do you guys think about Scotty Miller being signed? Do you think that helps?
Veteran presence.
Veteran presence. He has played a lot, so he knows what he's due. Very similar to Zacchaeus. It's very similar to Zacchaeus. So
Okay.
yeah.
I think Zacchaeus was a little bit more polished, but he's going to be more. This is going to be more of a traditional slot. Scotty Miller is also fast as crap, stretching the field. So they're trying to figure out guys that can fit into their scheme that are going to help them really do all the things that Ben wants to be done in his offense. So I think that's basically what we're looking at. You understand that he scored touchdowns. He's definitely a professional player. We got rid of a lot of talent at wide receiver, losing DJ Moore. And as much as I did not mind the trade, I don't think we did a lot with it.
Nope.
So I would almost rather had it, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Alec.
Yep.
So I mean, all those things kind of happen, and I'm not sure if we actually got even better, but maybe it's ability to let these young guys grow. Because when you look at our core, we have a very young core now, and if they can produce and they can step up, we might have something cooking. Yeah, cooking with some grease.
Yeah, but that pretty much it opens the space, so we know our 1 and 2. We could probably find one slot, but it feels like it's pretty much like, okay, we like our young core from last year, all the young guys who play consistently. We like Luther Burden, we like Roman Dunze, we like Jade Walker, who's probably gonna be wide receiver 4. We like all those 4. We like those 3 players. We added Cleve Raymond and Scotty Miller for speed and veteran presence, and probably we added Xavier Thomas for the return specialist.
100%. It was very early to get Xavier Thomas. I still crazy, my head spinning that you got him so early. But if that's the guy you want, I mean,
I still think
he's fast and he fits.
I think he's going to have a role in the offense. I think they're going to find something for him, some packages for him. I think with the speed he has, and I think his hands are underrated as well.
I watched this tape. He's not. I don't want to call him a polished receiver, but he has good hands.
He's underrated. I think he's underrated. One other interesting thing what you alluded to with the minicamp thing is Sam Roush. I mean, I've seen some clips of Sam Roush, and he looks good. I know it's without pads. I know they have shorts and shirt on, but the hands are there. The potential, how they're going to use him, I think he can be on the field and with 13 personnel probably during the season. I think he could see some reps in there too. Brian said that could be if not Cole Kmet's eventual replacement.
Unfortunately,
right. And I think the value they got him at in the 3rd round, even though we didn't like it at the time, we think they was going D tackle, something like that. I think you could get a lot of value from him. I'm looking to see what the role is for him down the line. So
yeah,
all those could be right. But until we know we have a edge rusher, and we have the help at edge, it's to be seen. No one really knows.
Yeah.
Alec has a good question. He says, who's going to be the true number 1 wide receiver for the Bears? Is it going to be Luther Burden? It's going to be Rome Odunze. I like Rome this year to break out. What do you guys feel? Rome Odunze or Luther Burden?
Luther Burden has the trait. It feels like Rome has the build, but Burden has the traits.
Okay.
I still think Rome is the guy because you saw last year before he got hurt that was Caleb's #1 target. It still remains to be seen Luther Burden's progression with the mental lapses and stuff like that happened last year. He has to get over those to probably be an eventual true #1. But I think as of right now, I think Rome, this is a make or break year to Rome for me, in my opinion, with him, because he left a lot on tape with the injury last year, then the year before with a lot of drops and stuff and miscommunication. But now you're going into year 3 with the same QB you came in with. I think it's time for him to really, because you don't have DJ anymore. So it's time for him to really step up and be that guy. And then Bird could be that #2. So, so that's what I think. I think Rome is the #1 at this moment, but anything can change.
Yeah, I feel like
Colston Love is your #1.
Well, yeah.
Colston Love is your one.
That goes without saying, but if you talk about receiver, then yeah, but that goes without saying though.
Yeah, but I think Colston Love plays more, you tight end, which puts you at receiver a lot. I think he ends up being your #1, and you play off of that. You play off what you guys just said. Both of you guys just said with Roush there, right? We're gonna go 12 and 13 personnel a lot.
Yeah,
which that pushes Loveland into more of a wide receiver type of role.
Yeah, you could do like the 13 personnel, but always have the ability to throw Loveland to the sideline to make it 12 anytime you want.
And I think Roush has I think Roush could go out for some routes too, though. I think he can be a kind of an underrated stud at routes too.
No, he'll be more of the.
He can't.
He's more of an 8.
You don't think it was bad QB play at Stanford though?
What is that?
The problem ain't him. It's probably he's too big. He's too big to play.
He's too big. No, I asked if it was bad QB play at Stanford limited his catching ability.
And I think he had 44 receptions, so I don't think that's a problem at all. I think he's actually had more than enough. I think that what I'm talking about is that I think Cole Kmet, to be that leader, you're going to give him opportunities.
Right.
I really believe you're going to give Cole Kmet a lot more opportunities. And with that being said, I think you're going to see him produce, especially because you want to put his stock up. You want to give him the opportunity to put his stock up. So I think Kokomet's going to still do what he did last year, basically, and that leaves only few catches. Roush might lead in the season with only 15 to 20 catches.
Right.
But one good thing is, but he's going to have to make the most of those opportunities.
Yes, he will. And maybe you go 13 personnel when you in goal line situations, right? So now you're looking like you're going to smash the ball, and you can do it because you have the running back to do it too. You have a line, you have monsters on the right side of that line. You have everything
block very well. The tight ends block very well.
But then you don't have to bring a big guy in and slip it to the slide. He slips the block and goes out to a route. You can do that with your tight ends.
All of them can.
All of them. Yeah. So your heavy personnel, heavy package is all 3 tight ends, and that can all play, and you can run any play out of that design, out of that formation. So that's why I see Roush getting opportunities. I think he only gets maybe, like I said, 15 to 20 receptions, but I can see him get 3 touchdowns too, and that will stand good for him. And for me, I know that he'll then be able to take over the wide role if we decide to get rid of Kokomet, which I love Kokomet, but
I love him too.
I see that happening. It's just the game. What up, Duarte? How you feeling? That's up. So yeah, I just see it coming, and I think that's where we're heading, no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's that. So now we look at a lot of these guys coming in, the rookies coming in. There's some guys out here that are leading immediately. They got some guys that are just our leaders, and we drafted some good ones. Is it anyone that stands out for you? Is it Muhammad? Who is the guy who you're looking at out of this mini camp that kind of stood out and was key?
Pretty much Thieneman and Muhammad. Thieneman and Muhammad. Muhammad could play. Right. Look, if he could play if he does well in this preseason. Does well in the preseason, he could play. He could be the 4. He could play 4 if he plays well.
Okay. What you got, Greg?
Thieneman, like I said, those two. Thieneman looked like he's a natural born leader out there. He looked very explosive. Like I said, I really like what I saw from Xavier Thomas. Also, I think he had a good mini camp. Like I said, I think his hands are underrated. He has a really good twitch to him. And I think one guy that I still even it's hard to see with the linemen. I mean, two guys hard to see with the linemen right now with no pads. But Logan Jones,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more of him once the pads get on, and I want to see Vanderberg.
Mm-hmm.
Vanderberg like an athletic freak. Like I said, he's not. He's still raw with his ability. I know the Bears like athletic guys with good RAS scores, but Vanderberg looked athletic. And then, like I said, Logan Jones is. People are saying that if he on this trend, he could be starter day one, but I don't think that's the case because we just traded for a center, and that would make no sense.
If you don't
mean?
start him day one, because he take over the spot, yeah, he could. He could.
I mean,
if he's doing better.
If he's pretty much if he learns well and beats out the guy, he could get it in like week 8 if he does plays well.
Well, the Bears already kind of did with it. What did they do? They kind of converted some of that salary to a signing bonus, lowering his cap hit. So that helps. If you want to move on, and you want to let Logan Jones get the opportunity, you can. It won't cost you as much money, and you still have a solid backup, regardless of how it works. They did it last year. At left tackle.
Yep.
Well, Braxton Jones is making good money, and they sat his butt down. So I mean, this is not something that's new. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. You said Jordan Vanderberg. We have opportunities at defensive tackle. Is he athletic enough?
Yes.
Is he powerful enough?
Yes.
Remains to be seen.
This is the NFL, and I'll tell you this: with pads off, you can't tell anything about football.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. I'm interested. I'm hoping because I think we have opportunities at defensive tackle, defensive end. We have edge rusher is going to be a problem. I still think no matter what we do, we're going to have that problem. And as I said, our defensive line play was subpar. We as a whole, the defensive line was ranked 27, 28th in the entire NFL.
Abysmal.
And that's one of the worst. So what do? You have to do something better with the interior on defensive line, with the edge rushers, and we haven't. So I'm still very worried about that. Hoping that there are other moves that we can make, but really, yet to be seen. And the Bears see it, right? Because we all know we were in the Max Crosby sweepstakes.
Yeah.
We every defensive lineman we know is all pro. We've been in that sweepstakes. We've asked, and we tried to get him in here, and
try to get Dexter Lawrence.
100%. So, I worry about that overall. Okay, but you guys say Malik Muhammad. I like him. I think he has a lot of skills. I think we're gonna find out that the Bears have a very deep defensive backfield, and we're forgetting about some great guys. I think we talked about this last week about how many guys can come in and play. Is Tyreek Stevenson not even a starter by the beginning of the season, depending on how well he does in summer? Is it possible that we get Terrell Smith, who was a starter, come back into that starting lineup?
Yeah. That's probably one of the big reasons why Isaiah Frazier got cut, because there's five guys that we know that outside. We have 4 guys fighting for the second spot. 4 guys fighting for 2 spots for second, and you're not even in the race. Not in the race right now. So.
Like I said, and then too, I think Tariq Stevenson has a lot to prove. Coming into this contract year, and I think. I think for me, and we talked about it last year, the effort issues on some plays, but the potential is there. I think last year, his fumble recovery against Dallas when he took the ball away from Williams, that changed the season. I think that play right there.
Nashon Wright made a lot of plays that might change.
No, he did. But I think he played. Tyreek played okay. With Jalen being out. I know Nashon Wright got all the credit, but he played okay. I just think, with him this year, the potential is there. We've always talked about how good Tyreek Stevenson potentially could be, but I think now is put up or shut up time for him. Especially we got Malik Muhammad, we got Terrell Smith, like you said. Kyler Gordon is healthy again, things like that, and you don't want to just have one of those blunders again. And Al Harris came back. So, you know what I'm saying? So we thought he was leaving for a defensive coordinator position. So then, like I said, the opportunity is there for Tariq to really show who he is. But Malik Muhammad, I think, and Terrell Smith are coming up quick. So any wrong move from him, he'll probably be back on the bench. So yeah.
How do you think our safety play is going to be this year? We had great safety play last year.
He might be even greater this year though.
We didn't have. I don't see.
I don't think it'll be.
We had an all pro, not Pro Bowler, an all pro at free safety. Now this might have been a better move because he was 32 years old.
Yeah.
My question is, will the play be the same?
It probably won't be as much range, but I feel like the run game will be a lot better. The run game will be a lot better.
Okay.
With both of them be able to go downhill very well.
You think they're going to use Thieneman very much like they use Kyler Gordon?
Yes.
Interchangeably?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are all good moves. Okay. I like it. Anyone you think is going to be immediate impact on these as a rookie on this
draft class wise?
Yep.
I think Thieneman started day one.
Yeah.
That goes without question.
Yeah.
Watch out for Xavier Thomas in the return game. I know they could probably have Khalif Raymond, him and him competition. But I think Xavier could probably, depending on what he does in preseason, could take over that role. And he has an impact on offense. Roush, we just talked about Roush. I would not be surprised if like I said, main role I think is just Thieneman is going to be the starter. I could go down the list and see what potentially could happen with the other guys. But if you talk about day one impact starter, Thieneman is your guy.
Okay.
And I think he makes an impact this year. Yes.
Does Dayo or Austin Booker start at defensive end?
Austin Booker starts at defensive end.
Yeah.
You agree too?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Does Shemar Turner play defensive end or defensive tackle?
He plays the end.
And he's probably going to be more of the end, trying to be more the, I think.
He got smoked inside. When he played inside at D-tackle, he was getting blown off the line.
He's too small. Right?
Too small.
He's too small.
Okay.
Even though he's like close to 290, he's still getting blown off.
Not big enough, yeah.
So
Tyson Bagent has spoken, right? Tyson Bagent said, I'm playing like I want to be the Bears starter. I don't just want to be a starter anywhere else. I want to be a starter here. What is your over-under percentage that Tyson Bagent can ever be a Bears starter? Not start a game.
Like consistent starter.
Be a Bears starter, yeah.
Under 2%.
Under 2%.
Okay. Under 2%. Okay.
The reason why I say that, right? When you talk about the sample size, he had an opportunity to show because when 2023, when Fields got hurt, he was a starter, right? And everybody was going crazy about him that same year in preseason. I did in preseason, and when he got the starter role, he had no velocity on the ball. So a lot of ball
those deep crosses were problems.
The deep ball was a problem from what I've seen. He left a lot out there on the field, and I think when you throw different packages against, or you play against a pretty good defensive coordinator, it's too fast for him. And I think that showed that he's a backup. When he got his chance, he went 2-2 as a starter. That showed me that he's not a starter.
He's a bridge quarterback.
He's a bridge. That's the max. The lowest ceiling is probably a backup, or I think he's just a backup.
Okay.
That's just to me.
So you think we should have traded him?
Yeah.
If you could get some for him, yeah.
Yeah, but I think there was hey, we think that this quarterback class, but is not that good. There's some untapped potential with these people, with these quarterbacks that we can unlock. I don't see it, but lots of GMs think they can.
Okay. All right. In other news, I'm going to talk about the thing we kind of hinted at. We're going to talk about Square White. So the Bears placed White on reserve retired list on Monday. Okay. White announced his retirement after conclusion of the Bears rookie minicamp this past weekend. The wide receiver seemed to have realized that NFL may not be where he needs to be going, where he's going to go to pursue his dreams. He has to go somewhere else. If he wants to return to the NFL, the Bears will still hold his rights by doing this. Did this surprise you that someone who signed 4 days later retires?
I mean, I think sometimes it comes down to a come to Jesus moment. Sometimes when you realize at some point in time, and we all have had it, especially athletes growing up. There may be a time where, okay, in your mind, you may think, okay, I could do this or whatever, but sometimes reality sets in, and sometimes it's like, well, I mean, maybe it's not fit for me. I'm not, barely making the roster. I may have injury history, things like that. So I think probably 4 days ago, his mind was set on making the roster, whatever, and then 4 days after, he's looking at who's coming in. Is he faster than other players? And that reality starts setting in. It's just like, okay, I've been in the league for 3-4 years and nothing has changed. I'm back at square one. And the reality probably set in like, hey, maybe this is not for me.
Isn't he a rookie?
He's a rookie. He's
a rookie. But I think,
I think they like, he saw like, oh, I'm not that good. There's levels to this. He saw that Scotty Miller, for instance, does everything he does, but that's better. You see that Roush is playing amazing. You see that even J.P. Richardson, who didn't have a great training camp, he better than him. So he messed up. There's levels to this, and I'm not up close to this level. So get out now and try to start getting a run for what you.
Or he could be one of those guys where he may take a hiatus to get stronger, get better. And may just be like, all right, maybe you come back next year and try this again when I'm more in tune and more in shape and things like that. That could be a thing too, though.
Okay. But to do it in rookie minicamp before you even get with the team with the other players, that's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah.
He knew something. All right, just a fun question for you guys. Were you surprised that the Bears gave Logan Jones Brian Urlacher's number 54?
Yes.
Do you think the Bears asked
him? Yes. I don't think so. You think he's like that? Wait, what's his number in?
52 in college, I think, right?
52.
Well, it's 54 now. So you don't think that they asked? They said, Brian, would you be okay with someone else representing the 54?
Well, they let Grady Jarrett wear 50.
Yeah.
That's Michael Singletary, right? So, I mean,
I'm not as high on Mike Singletary as everybody else, so okay.
Really, you're not as high on Mike. No. They said he's top 3 in linebackers in Bears history, though. So, you don't think he's up there?
I don't know who's that. I think everyone around him was better. Everyone around him, he did his job really well. But I think he's
Otis Wilson. 3.
Yeah, I'll put Lance Briggs, Urlacher, Butkus, he said Otis Wilson. I will put a handful of guys over Mike Singletary. So
was it Wilbur Marshall too? You put him over him too?
He's right there.
Okay,
he's right there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but does that mean you're a great linebacker? I mean, I think he's a really good, really great. He's a great linebacker. He's not all timer. Not to me.
Yeah, Brian Urlacher is the all timer of the group, the two.
I think Lance Briggs deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
A lot of people argue that because they said when Urlacher retired, Briggs kind of fell off the map.
Yeah, but he was older.
Yeah. I'm just saying people would use that and say, when Urlacher, he was going good when Urlacher was there. That's what people the argument was.
I think Urlacher was only good when Lance was there.
Yeah.
He really turned it because his rookie year, he didn't even start. He didn't start until halfway through the season.
Mm-hmm.
I think when they had that to get them together, phenomenal. I love it.
Yeah.
So I think Lance Briggs took a lot of the things that Brian Urlacher couldn't do. Took a lot of the double teams. He's able to push all the stuff out the way. Brian Urlacher is one of the fastest guys we've ever seen at linebacker. So the Bears deserve their flowers for seeing a safety and saying this guy's going to be a middle linebacker, and then taking him and putting him in middle linebacker the first practice and him not know.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm
But
pretty sure after that first practice, they said, "Yeah, we made the right choice. We made the
I
right
think
decision."
I
Which
think
kind of is the modern way now. Most of the best linebackers are like, oh, I'm a safety, half what you college. They put me a linebacker. I played well
Mhm.
there, and yeah.
All right, I agree. Baron, you want to talk about the schedule real quick?
Yeah, so we don't know the dates, but we do know the teams that are on the list.
right.
So on the list we have the home games, the division games, Bucks, Eagles, Jags, and then we have the Patriots and the Jets, and finally the Saints. And for the division games, we have the Seahawks, we have the Panthers, the Falcons, the Dolphins, and the Bills. The rumors going around is that the Bears are looking to be the first game from the Seahawks
Mm-hmm.
at on the 9th of December.
Yep,
So
I heard that.
they said it might be a Wednesday night game they were talking about.
Wednesday night game. Yeah, the first one. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Damn.
Yeah.
Um, that schedule on paper
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard.
is very hard. All
Yeah,
of those teams are going to give you some
Saints
trouble.
six.
All those teams will give you some trouble. Maybe the only team I can see on the whole schedule that I see that we can blow out is Miami because they're in turmoil out there.
The Jets,
Other than that,
the Jets,
yeah, the Jets too.
Jet. Y'all the
Yeah.
Aints? Y'all, you think the Aints gonna come in here and beat us?
Well, the Saints. I mean, they quarterback
No,
situation is screwed now.
I mean, I think Shuck is good. Yeah, I just don't think they're gonna come in and beat us.
No. But I know a lot of those games are toss-ups. You got Eagles toss-up, Bills. That's gonna be tough. That might be a DJ Moore revenge game.
Oh yeah.
Division games are always tough.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots gonna be tough, especially with that. Panthers gonna be tough. They play everybody. Like the playoffs when we told you they almost beat the Rams, which we told you that was gonna happen. But it's gonna be a tough schedule this year. I mean, it's not gonna be no gimmies this year. And a lot of these games, we can't do what we did last year. Do the same thing this year. That's not gonna happen. When we're down in the fourth quarter, probably gonna end up losing the game.
How many fourth quarter comebacks did the Bears have last season?
8.
8.
That's it. That's 8. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So, but I'm looking forward to it. I do plan on, hopefully, if they play the Eagles early in September, I do plan on going to that, God willing. But like I said, if any of those games are good toss-ups, though, I would look forward to being on Wednesday night in Seattle. That'll be an atmosphere like crazy. But like I said, I mean, our defense is gonna have to step up to the plate this year a lot. We're going to see some quarterbacks this year. Baker Mayfield's another one. We're going to see him. Tampa's coming here. That's going to be rough.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like I said, the defense on paper, if we can get some pressure on the quarterback, we can win a lot of these games. But if we're going to let them stand back there and wait for the pizza guy to come, it's going to be a rough start to the season.
Especially with these quarterbacks.
Right. And the Eagles looking for revenge for last year. So we beat them last year on their home turf, and but I think the schedule, knowing the NFL, I think we're going to probably play Seattle week 1, and I probably think our first home game will probably be against either the Patriots
or Detroit.
Detroit too, or Patriots or the Buccaneers.
You don't think the Packers can be something like that too?
I could, but I think with the rivalry, too early. I think it's too early.
We've played them the week 1 2 years ago.
That was a shit show.
We played them week 4 before, so
right now.
I think
one early, one late.
But I think too, with the NFL, the way they want to make it look, I think it'd be more enticing if they have them like last year, probably towards the wintertime. This is me. I wouldn't mind it. Who cares? The schedule. But I think with the magnitude of the rivalry, cold weather, bear weather, Packer weather, they want that stuff in the cold weather. I think that's what they're probably going to end up doing.
Both games.
Wouldn't be surprised.
You want to be both games being okay.
Both games. And I would not be attending none. because that would be too cold. So, yeah.
True Pilgrim.
What up, True Pilgrim? Said, bear down, family. I'm late. No, you're good. You're good. We're just talking about the schedule, how it's going on. We talked about Ricky Minicamp. We talked about what we got for Squirrel. That was kind of crazy. What Logan Jones could end up being. I'm hoping that all those things are positive. Scotty Miller is a good signing. And what the hell are we gonna do with defensive end? That rush is going to be a problematic, and I don't know what their plans are. But I'm hoping that we will find out post June 1st that the Bears signed someone else just in case.
Right.
Break glass in case of emergency.
Hey, about to call you out there, Brian, in case of extra DN or something.
It's too old. I am way too old.
Yeah. But do you think there's any sort of scenario where they can try to come back in the Max Crosby sweepstakes, or you think that's just far gone from now?
No, I think it's definitely an opportunity, but I think you'd be very careful now about 2027 draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
People, this is supposed to be a very big draft. You gotta be very careful. They might be worth their weight in gold.
Yeah.
True Pilgrim says, yeah, I'm waiting on a veteran edge signing. I think we need something. You can't go in with just this hoping that Dayo, who, once again, we just talked about this, 1 sack in his last 18 games. This is with the Bears and Indianapolis. His last 18 games, he's had 1 sack. It was the one against Minnesota with the Bears. That's all we've gotten from him. So, I mean, we need some more help there. We need something because, once again, 29th in pass rush. Oh, sorry, 31st in pass rush with 29%.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. That's a problem, and we got to really work on it. We need something more going for an edge rusher, and I don't see it right now. I'm hoping that we sign someone that fits in this.
Or those draft or capitals gets lower and lower.
That's true. And that's why I asked you about Tyson Bagent. That's why I ask you if it's not going.
Could we send him? Could we send him to the Giants just in case their crash happy quarterback goes down again?
I think he's staying with the team. I think the Bears are going for a run, but if we don't do well in the first 7 games, I can see us making a couple trades. Just a couple.
Yeah.
I do think if we're like, you said 7 games, we're 5-2 or something like that, or 6-1. I think we try to go for it for a DN in the trade market though, for real.
Yeah. Do you think we sign one post June 1st?
I do. My thinking is Cam Jordan because he knows Dennis Allen's system.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully he's affordable because I don't know. Cam Jordan still played well. I don't know how affordable he is going to end up being. So
because last season he got like 8.5 sacks.
Yep. No matter
on
how
that
old
defense,
he is, still doing it.
On this defense, that's a huge plus.
Yeah,
that's a huge plus. You get over 5, then you're cooking with grease.
If you're waiting on Shemar and Dayo, you might be waiting for a while. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, you never know with Shemar. I think Shemar has plenty of potential. It's just like he's very raw.
Shemar has a runaway. Dayo's pretty much
yeah,
especially after Achilles tear.
We'll see. So, did you guys know that Scotty Miller is from Barrington, Illinois?
No.
Yes.
On the north side, yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I seen Scotty Miller play he's with Brady in Tampa. That's the last time I actually seen him.
Oh, he played. He played for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Though.
Yeah, he did play with Aaron Rodgers and them for a little bit.
No, he was like one of the few guys that actually played in 3-2 consistently.
Right, and I thought Roman Wilson was going to be the guy to take over. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened yet. So
no, they put Calvin Austin ahead of him all the time.
Yeah,
it's all true. All right, guys. You guys got anything else for tonight? Because I know we said it's going to be a shorter show because the schedule's coming out. We might do an impromptu show on Thursday. But anything else that you guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
I don't really have anything.
No, I don't have anything. I think we covered everything. The rookie minicamp came and gone. Minicamp, I think minicamp's about to start soon. They already started the off-season workout program. I think we'll have more to talk about once the minicamp comes into play. We can kind of discuss where everybody is, stuff like that. But I think as of right now, I think we're okay.
Okay. Hey, Zai Frazier, I hope you hit somewhere and do well. That's what I'm gonna say. I hope you do well. No, you're not going to be here, but we've all hoped that you're going to pan out to do something special, and just though it hasn't been great,
exactly a smooth ride.
Yeah, but I'm hoping for the best for you, and you always be part of the Bear family, but hate to see you go, but we gotta keep it moving. We're a Bear fan first, and really want Zod to do well, and hope for the best in your future endeavors, man.
Yeah.
Damn shame about Zod. It is. It really is. But it's a crowded defensive backfield, and things happen.
And there's a lot of people coming to your spot, and right now you're at 6. You're at 6.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get out of here. A little shorter show, but we might come back on Thursday, talk about the Bears schedule, because when the schedule gets released, we gotta talk about it. All right. Appreciate everyone that's been in here. True Pilgrim, as always appreciate you. But we'll be here back here on Tuesday next week. But we definitely might do something on Thursday. So keep your notices up there, because if we jump in our chat. Let us know what's going on. But until then, we'll see you guys later.
Peace.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so